Good afternoon and welcome to the March edition of the Supe Chat. I'm Dr. Shane Robbins, the Superintendent of the Kershaw County School District, and I'm very blessed to be joined today by Kershaw County School District Nurse Elizabeth Starling. And we're going to talk about the employee vaccination days that are coming up here next week, and we wanted to just share with you some of the logistical considerations that have been put into place. Nurse Starling and I both have had our vaccinations. As you can see, we did take our face masks off. We do have plexiglass separating us, but we also wanted to share with you that it was a good experience for us, and we do understand that everybody will respond a little bit differently to the vaccinations, but we're excited to be able to offer this to our staff. So the agenda, we want this to be short and sweet and really get to the point and give you some usable information. We're going to talk about the vaccination dates, the required forms that will make the process a lot smoother if you have them with you, the site logistics of where the vaccinations are going to take place, and some of the frequently asked questions. So if you look at the vaccination plan, it's a series of 2 shots. The first vaccination, we took the district and we tried to separate it out so that we could manage the traffic flow that may be on site. We're guesstimating that we're going to give about 1,000 different vaccinations each day. So the first date will be for elementary school staff and district-wide staff. It will be on Thursday, March 11th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Again, that's at the Kershaw Resource Center that's located on 124 Battleship Road. If you take a look at the screen here, you'll see that we broke down the staff again to make the site a little more manageable. So from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. we will provide vaccinations for staff from Doby's Mill Elementary, Mount Pisgah Elementary, Bethune Elementary, and Baron DeKalb Elementary. At 5 o'clock, we'll move into Midway Elementary, Blaney Elementary, Lugoff Elementary, and Wateree Elementary. 6 o'clock will be Pine Tree Hill Elementary, Camden Elementary, and Jackson Elementary. And then at 7 o'clock will be for all of our district-wide staff employees. Now, we do want you to understand that we're not going to hold you to the minute, but this was a way for us to try to manage the traffic flow on site a little better. If you can't make it at one of those time slots, we understand. The most important thing to us is that you have the opportunity to get the vaccination.
So our Group 2 breakdown will actually be on Saturday, March 13th from 8 o'clock to 1 o'clock at the same site at the Health Resource Center. And 8 o'clock will be Ely High School and Ely Middle School. 9 o'clock will be North Central High School and North Central Middle School. 10 o'clock will be Stover Middle School and CLC. And 11 o'clock will be Camden High School, Camden Middle School, and Woolard Technology Center. And then from 12 to 1, we're leaving that open for those that may not be able to make it Thursday or Saturday. When you come, it is very important to have your documents ready, and there's a list of things that you need. So one of them is the vaccination consent form. You can see this. Make sure that you fill that out completely. Make sure you also have your government issued ID, your driver's license or a state ID. Also your Kcsd ID. And if you do not have that, maybe you could talk with your building principal or supervisor and get something to bring with you, and just let someone know at the door if you have any issues with that. Also, there's a patient information form or a registration form that you'll need to fill out, and it will make the process a lot easier if you have these completed ahead of time to hand to the registration personnel at the site. So that's important.
So here is a picture of the site. On the left is just a generic view of a map and where all of our buildings are located. On the right is an actual aerial footage view of the Health Resource Center. Again, we would like you to enter from State Road 1 coming down Battleship Road. We will have Kershaw County Sheriff's Office deputies out in the parking lot, as well as Kershaw County School District school resource officers to help direct traffic and flow. We want it to be a one-way in, one-way out type of process. again, just to make traffic flow a little smoother. We will have people out there in the parking lot for you to guide you into the building. The South Carolina Army National Guard has a unit that has been activated that will help you with your registration forms when you are in processing into the facility. We will have about 8 vaccinators on site providing vaccinations. We will have an ambulance there in the event somebody has an allergic reaction. And so the site will be well manned and ready to take care of you when you arrive. So upon arrival, like I previously said, we will have people there that will guide you in. The other thing that we will do, much like the protocols in our school district, attendees will have their temperature checked and ask the following questions. Have you experienced any symptoms in the last 48 hours? Have you been in close contact within the last 14 days with anybody who's been diagnosed with COVID-19? Are you isolating or quarantining because you've been a close contact? These are all precursors before we can bring you in and actually give you the vaccination. And again, that's for your health and safety. Again, Nurse Starling mentioned about bringing your documentation. Upon departure, you'll be escorted to your vehicles, and you're asked that you stay in your vehicles for 15 minutes before you leave, just to make sure you do not have an allergic reaction to the vaccination. At the conclusion of the waiting period, you'll be able to depart. When you leave the parking lot, we are asking that you make a right turn when you exit and circle around. And again, that just will help us with traffic flow and congestion in the area. We're guessing or speculating the entire process from very start to finish should last no more than 30 minutes.
So we're working on a frequently asked questions document. We've already had some good questions. Is the vaccination mandatory for Kcsd employees? No, this is a voluntary event. It's your choice to participate. I will say that it is we are very fortunate to have a hospital that's willing to get this done so quickly for us. So we are very fortunate that they're willing to do that, but it is a voluntary event. If my spouse or dependent is eligible for Phase 1B, can they attend this event? Due to the volume of people that we're vaccinating, it is a mass vaccination event. We are not able to offer it to those that are not Kcsd employees. So it is only for Kcsd employees. Which vaccine is being administered? Kershaw Health is doing the Pfizer vaccine. What if I have a conflict with my assigned vaccination date? One of your options would be the open time on Saturday from 12 to 1 if it is the Thursday that you have the conflict with. But you could also check with your building principal or site supervisor, and we do have some flexibility with that. If you do have specific medical related questions, we do ask that you consult your personal medical provider for those.
In closing, I'd be remiss if I didn't say thank you to Kershaw Health for carving out time for us to be able to provide this mass vaccination event, as well as the Kershaw County Sheriff's Office and the South Carolina Army National Guard for providing us support. But more importantly, thank you to you, our staff, for being flexible in trying to provide the best academic environment for our children during a global pandemic. At the end of the day, this is all about you. We want you to feel safe and comfortable when you come to work each and every day, and we hope the vaccination will help ease your anxieties just a little bit more. So again, thank you, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact myself, Nurse Starling, or Mary Ann Bird, and we'll do our very best to answer them for you in a timely manner. Thank you.